Good to see you, Terry. I love the rainbow flag Jason mask.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Woo!
Okay, so love the movie, but I have to before we talk about it, I have to just say how much I enjoyed seeing you in the Everything's Gonna Be Okay, and then also seeing you in Carter Smith's Midnight Kiss. I love Carter.
Dude, he's so brilliant, man, and that's just so beautifully shot. And he created such a world with that in such a like short amount of time. It was such a good time. I appreciate you saying that. You kind of, and also everything's gonna be okay. It was just like totally opposite like
I know,
side.
right?
Not many people. There's not many overlap in that sort of Venn
I'm
diagram.
the overlap, but also I
There we
love
go.
Josh, and I
Yeah.
watched Please Like Me, his Australian show.
Yes.
A lot. Okay, but so can you tell? I'm really excited to talk about Hellraiser. I saw this last night and it was absolutely fantastic. But for those that might not be aware of this new remake, can you talk about your character and what the
Right.
story is a little bit?
Right. Yeah. So Colin in this story is a little bit of like the logical thinker, sort of the skeptic, and he takes in Riley with his partner Matt, and Riley's Matt's sister, and so we basically are all living in this place together, and then Riley's dealing with sort of some addiction issues, and then
Yeah.
she stumbles on this box, and then she's kind of like shiny objects. I'm kind of like, a little bit like still in that sort of addiction mindset. So she starts kind of like playing with this box and then kind of, unleashes these otherworldly beings, these supernatural beings. And I'm kind of now I'm like, what are you talking about? Where did your brother go? Why are you talking about this box like it did something? I essentially think like I'm gaslighting her and everything, and then it's kind of a little too late, and then it just starts sort of like unleashing all of these things, and yeah, and you really kind of like have to like sort of like buck up and like figure out how we're gonna like beat them before they sort of take us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, are you two questions kind of? Are you a horror fan, and what was your relationship to Clive Barker's work prior to filming this?
Yes, I'm a huge horror fan. Like I think it's just because I started so early too. I think
Mhm.
I would watch them on AMC Horror Fest, these movies and other ones. So it's sort of like a huge introduction to horror for me. And also like just going to, we had Hollywood Video, but also
Yeah.
Blockbuster, and just renting. And my mom would like let me rent these crazy movies. I don't think she knew what they were about. She was just like, yeah, like rent these freaking movies. And like, like it was like I don't think she had any idea I was like watching these like insanely graphic movies, but like it was a huge like I fell in love with horror there, and I like really appreciate that she like let me do that, because they were kind of like weirdly my friends kind of growing up,
Yeah.
and so yeah, and just getting to do this and then getting Clive Barker like sort of like getting more of a deep dive, like it was more in the conversation of when Bruckner was like, I was asking him what source material should I watch all the movies,
Mhm.
and he's like, you don't need to watch all of them. I still did, just because I wanted to get an idea of like what the different iterations were and just kind of immerse myself. But he actually said like Hellbound Heart, read by Clive Barker, was one that I think would be really good for you to listen to. And so I listened to that one, and it was so cool. He took from that, like David Bruckner took from that, and he gave some inspiration to find even new Cenobites. So it was really great, I think, using that as sort of like my jumping off point and
Mhm.
creating that specificity for the world and for like informing the character.
Hell yeah. So I have to ask, the Cenobites in this are fantastic. What was your first interaction with them on set? And
Yeah.
is it as creepy in person as it is on screen?
Yeah, I mean, well, we got some renderings and pictures of what they were going to look like, but I mean, it's just such a different experience than what you get in front of them. It's like I think I remember like one of the first days is they were all kind of like coming up, and they were all like congregating around us, and then they took their robes off, and it was just like, whoa, oh my god. And because they're fully like naked too, like they're
Yeah.
naked Cenobites, so it's almost like you don't know whether like you're able to look at them or not, like, or if it's like sort of like a shame of like just sort of like oh shit, I don't know whether I should be looking at your private region or whatever, like
Right,
this very
right.
odd experience because it's not them, but it's like it feels like them because it just looks so real. So there was a lot of kind of humor in that too, of just sort of the exhibitionism of just like the way that they've like sort of of displayed their bodies. And
Hmm.
I think just Bruckner did a really great job of sort of like repurposing sort of like the vestments like through their skin, you know. So it was like it was really unbeatable to have them right in front of us.
Hell yeah. So I have 1 minute left, but as a queer horror fan, it was so I just wanted to say it was so nice to see the queer characters in this movie from being represented from, such a huge queer creator in
Yeah.
horror sphere. And I was just wondering how that felt to be involved with that.
So cool, man. I feel like truly like honored to be like a part of his world, you know, that he created so long ago and coded so much. And he did such a masterful job at like creating so much of the queer experience through like not being able to overtly say anything, you know. It's
Right.
like kind of masterful what he was able to do. And then like now being able to like sort of take it and like we've come like a longer way, you know, since that time. Obviously a lot still, you know, messed up in the world for
Mhm.
queer people, but like to be able to come to this place and like be, you know, ourselves unabashedly and not have to be coded or not like
Yes.
bored, you know, it was just really cool. And also to just exist and not have to like be a joke or like, you
Right.
know, be like, you know, a first kill or what, you know, like it was just really cool to feel like we had agency over, you know, our characters. And so it was just like specifically Colin, you know, and so it just was really special. And it was cool to get Clive's like stamp of approval as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Adam. This was great. And congrats on the movie. It's fantastic. Hope it does wonders.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.